So here we were, heading back down to Mexico to shoot the Baja 1000 again. There were a few things different this year compared to last year. The biggest difference was, unlike last year being a circle race, this was a point-to-point, starting in Ensenada and ending in La Paz. We also had the privilege of shooting a particular team for Racer Magazine. Camden was commissioned to shoot the Toyota Tundra TRD Pro for Racer Magazine, which was competing in the stock class. The magazine planned on doing an article based on the truck. I was pretty excited and anxious to see what it would be like to shoot on assignment.
You gotta keep your ring shiny.
Why are you doing every window but the windshield? Yeah, you clean that window. Yeah.
What is that little dog?
Is that Lindbergh?
Hello!
We asked our friend Lindbergh if we could crash at his place again, but he moved to Long Beach from San Diego. It worked out for us anyways because we had to go to the Racer Magazine office in Long Beach to meet up with our point of contact.
Hello! You guys want frozen burritos too? They're really good.
Yeah.
Costco.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are cooking those yourselves. No, I just leave it on the thing and just... Oh. Yeah.
Camden has shot for Racer Magazine several times as a freelancer, so working with him is nothing new to him. Okay, I had to cut this off before we start getting there because they're going to make me erase it.
My passport's in my backpack, and like the little top thing.
Cool story, bro.
So get it out.
Okay.
Oh, there's a border! Okay, turn it up! Shh, shut it up now!
We met up with them and followed them across the border to the Hotel Golf Resort we were staying at, which was about 10 or so minutes outside of Ensenada.
Whatever you do, don't take the wrong turn.
This road looks familiar. I was gonna get hella Mexican right now. Right now.
Our point of contact, Lawrence, gave us an envelope full of cash to pay for food and gas while we were there. It felt like drug dealer money.
715. This is like...
Being back here definitely gave us that sense of familiarity, and I think it allowed us to come into this a bit more relaxed. We had a better understanding of what to expect, at least in Ensenada, and I think it allowed us to have more fun this time around.
360 view. People are gonna see this and be like, did you have a drone inside the car?
The main road was closed, so we had to take a 45-minute detour through the valley to circle back around to our hotel. It was just another chance to see more of the beautiful landscape and backcountry that we haven't seen before.
I kind of want to take a gram of awesome.
Like everything closed?
Yeah.
But when we reached the main road, the toll gate was closed. So we pulled over to get directions and found out we had to backtrack all the way to where we exited the road the first time, just to get back onto that road and head to our hotel. After another 45 minutes, we reached the gates of Baja Mar, It was a hacienda-style gated community with homes and condos, apartments, and our golf resort. I don't remember the last time I've stayed at a resort this nice, if ever.
Driving all day, man.
This is gonna be the worst GoPro video.
Lawrence checked us in and we walked towards our room through the courtyard surrounded by the guest rooms.
I called fiddle, Blake. Work on that chord.
We dropped off our bags and walked around to check out the golf course. There were ponds with streams leading to bigger ponds, leading to lakes that fed to the ocean. I mean, it was all a bit surreal for me, given that this beautiful place was all paid for. It was definitely a huge upgrade to the tents and camping we did last year.
I'm getting dizzy.
After dinner, we walked around the neighborhood to see what was around, and I noticed that it seemed a bit empty, almost deserted. I mean, the condos, the villas, and apartments were fully built, but there didn't seem to be any tenants. It was a bit odd. Next day, we headed to Ensenada where the contingency was. We first went to pick up our media credentials in the same building we were in last year, except in the opposite wing.
Top dogs.
It's a GoPro truck. Not really.
Camden had a meeting with Lawrence in one of the hotels nearby, but we had a couple of hours to kill around town. Just like last year, it was completely crowded. People were almost pressed up against the cars going through the procession.
music with so much class.
We started to discuss a bit of the game plan for tomorrow, as we found out there were other photographers shooting the Toyota Tundra for Racer magazine as well.
Oh my god.
We went to the hotel for the meeting, and that's when I found out for the first time how organized these kind of assignments must be in order for us to be where we need to be to photograph the truck. I was even surprised to see a binder that had different maps of the race course and estimated times the truck will be at certain checkpoints, breakdowns of our shot list. It was all a bit overwhelming, really.
To get here, do we have to loop around?
Yes, you do,
Okay.
because otherwise you would be going reverse on
Okay,
the
yeah.
race course. What you've got here
Side road.
is this little side road. This takes you. This is called Scorpion Bay here, and this takes you to one of those classic Baja things where you've basically got the truck and you've got the ocean.
Oh, yes. That's what we wanted.
And what we've done with all of our timing is we've based it on a 35 mile an hour average. So 35 mile an hour is best case. The likelihood is if it's got, obviously if it has any problems, it will be later than these times. So these times are basically giving you a banker, because it's never going to be any earlier than these times.
Yeah.
That was an important piece of estimation that we ended up visiting later. After dinner, we just hung out in the hotel room. We wanted to get an early start tomorrow so we can shoot the ATVs beginning the race early in the morning.
360 camera.
One thing I learned about Camden in the short amount of time that I've known him, he's one of the most hood rat white guys I've ever known. It's something you would never assume when you see him, but he also listens to Taylor Swift a lot, so go figure. We knew it was going to be tough for us since we had a lot of driving to do. Well, Camden had a lot of driving to do. He insisted on driving the entire time just to be able to say he essentially drove the entire West Coast from Portland to La Paz.
Yeah, we're done. We go home now.
Good race, guys.
We go home, guys.
We're on Wi-Fi.
Our truck wasn't scheduled to start the race till about noon, so after breakfast we had plenty of time to kill in the media center.
This is why we can't have nice things. Hey, let me put some candy on my head. Hey, you thought it was a good idea.
How close I can get to your eyeball. I can see into your soul.
Hold on, let me light my eye up for you.
Oh!
Take a picture at least.
Oh! Freaking!
We were given stickers to place on our window to show that we were part of the Toyota Tundra team. Honestly, I felt pretty cool with those on.
Oh yeah. Legit. It's close enough.
You went to a window tinting competition. You know how to do that. It's from cutting up his cocaine.
Grab the white. And these smell nice now.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
The trophy trucks and buggies were getting ready to begin, so we headed towards the start for a bit, then met up with our team before we went to shoot in the wash.
What's up, G? It's chaos. All chaos.
There was a huge crowd since they were all drawn to this man-made jump that these trucks are flying over. We walked around trying to find a good spot to shoot.
Automatic candy crusher. All day. Waited all day for that shot. And we got it. How do you feel, Juan? Did you get it, Juan? I mean, that's happening, man.
Now that the Toyota TRD started, our job was to go to our next assigned checkpoint and shoot the truck passing by. The plan was to do this leapfrog with the other photo teams, skipping one checkpoint and going to another, till we would all eventually meet up at the finish line in La Paz, which was about a 16-hour drive south of Ensenada.
Give me a pepperoni stick, please. 4 favors? Oh, is that why it's 4 favors? What you got there?
Every once in a while, the race course would cross the main road. Since we had time till we had to get to the checkpoint, we stopped to check out the action. As night approached, we can see the bright HID lights in the distance from the trucks. We came across one of the pit stops and decided to check it out. We stopped at another pit stop to check out the action, but there really wasn't that much going on. I mean, there were a ton of people just having a party, but there weren't a lot of cars driving by. It's been 12 hours? Yeah. 12 hours since we left. Camden is a trooper! We stopped once we reached the Gulf Coast to refuel. I don't know how, but Camden drove through the night without any rest. He is running on 5-hour energy and Red Bull for fuel. I have no idea how he managed to stay awake. This guy is a navigator!
Lincoln Navigator.
With Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, it's like medicine.
Yeah, it tastes nasty.
What flavor is
Did
it?
you pound the whole thing?
Orange? No.
Orange is the worst. Why would you get that one for?
Every one I get, someone says it's the worst.
Oh, just get original.
I got this original chapstick and it's hella nasty.
Actually, grape
so
is the worst.
I'm not going with original anything anymore.
Oh, pomegranate's not that bad.
They're all weird.
Yeah, they are. But
should-
pomegranate's
You
the
should
least
just pour
weird.
it in another drink is what I should do.
Pour it in Red Bull.
62-hour energy.
Yeah, 60. And then chase it with Starbucks.
We reached another pit stop at Loretto before sunrise, so we shot for a bit there as the truck started to pass by. This was another one of those surreal moments for me, being this far south and seeing the Gulf of Mexico. We saw it last year when we camped, but not with this view. We also drove past huge mountain ranges that reminded me of Hawaii. It was a lot to take in, but I was in complete awe of everything I was seeing. had to cut back across the Baja Peninsula towards the Pacific coast to head north to San Juanico, which we assumed would be the Baja Beach photo that we wanted last year.
Where's your shadow? Look at the sunflower.
Oh wait, it's like the NFL thing where I go like.
I don't know where the hell we are right now. We're in Insurgentes. Insurgents?
This is the most weird thing. We're in the middle of nowhere, Mexico, and listening to Bruno Mars.
As we were crossing, there were certain parts of the road that were paved in dirt, and other times we had to veer off to the side as they were constructing bridges. I wasn't sure, but we thought it may have been from Hurricane Odile that hit a couple of months earlier, judging by all the road damage. We got to a point where the road dipped into the stream. Then all of a sudden...
Are you shaking?
No,
Okay.
my legs are.
Hi.
I think we're on the course.
Here we are.
Out of nowhere, a buggy came speeding towards us. Camden pulled over last second, and the buggy started to drift a little as it was trying to turn to avoid us. The back tire barely rubbed our bumper. We were pretty lucky.
Good thing you had control.
Woo! Good thing you weren't taking pictures. We scouted the area like 25 minutes down the road from San Juanico. Camden was picking out spots for a good composition. What was once a large river was now a small stream, but it provided a good backdrop. We were about 4 hours ahead of schedule, according to the estimated time in the binder, so we hung out for a bit. Camden was trying to get a hold of Lawrence to discuss the checkpoint. It wasn't quite the beach scene that we were hoping for, so we decided to head back to the stream because it provided a more picturesque backdrop of Baja. We were going to head back towards the pits and saw one of the racers heading towards us. Remember at our meeting when Lawrence told us,
It's never going to be any earlier than these times.
Yeah, just the
If it
best
is,
case scenario.
Yeah.
well, the estimates were wrong. It was 3 hours ahead of schedule. We couldn't believe it. Camden busted a U-turn and hauled ass. Luckily for us, each racer was required to go the local speed limit when driving on the main road. It allowed us to catch up and fly by the truck to beat it to the stream. We were in a bit of a panic mode trying to figure out how the hell the truck was so early. We tried to figure out where each of us would stand to shoot. We pulled over and bolted to 3 different spots waiting for the truck to come. In the distance we saw it coming down the hill and I got my camera ready. I stood at the end of the blocked off road where a bridge had previously collapsed because it provided a good vantage point of the truck with a nice background. When the truck came into my viewfinder, I started to burst mode the photos. Click, 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 click. Out of memory. I tried to delete some photos to maybe salvage one more shot. I was too late. Wong didn't get any good shots from his spot. Camden didn't get any good shots from his spot. We completely failed. We had to move on. We hopped back into our car and headed to the next checkpoint pretty frustrated.
This morning was okay. We fucked up the beach thing. I can tell you about that later. The car came by us at noon, which is 3 hours faster than the 35-mile-an-hour time, and about an hour faster than maybe we thought.
At this point, we couldn't rely on the estimated times from the binder, and we didn't want to risk missing the truck again. We got to the BFG pit 10 minutes north of Via Ignacio Zaragoza, and decided to wait however long it would take for the truck to get there.
We still need to go to Valley de Trinidad James to pay respect to our very good friend Mr. Trinidad James. Baja 2000.
Which I might be.
Baja 2500 in a... How long have we been awake? I woke up at 5.
6 hours?
Yeah. I woke up at 5.
No, you woke up before, because I woke up at 5.
I woke up at 4.
Well, when it's 5, it'll be 36 hours.
That's when the realization of how long Camden's been driving really set in. He still hadn't even had a chance to sleep at this point.
You are fucking on drugs.
I'm on a 1 Rebel and 2 5-hour energy.
Not a lot.
That's what drugs do.
I really wish...
Drugs do. 26 hours. That's what drugs do to you.
5 hours, you had 4 of them. So
Night fell as more of our team showed up, getting ready to switch drivers. We still had no word on the location of the truck nor how far away it was. After about 4 hours of waiting, the truck finally came. It was pretty hectic as I tried to refuel, change drivers, and provide maintenance work. I tried my best to stay out of the way. I wasn't as comfortable as Wong and Camden were to get in there and shoot photos, so I kept my distance.
Hey, you weren't able to get any radio, right? Okay, we can hear you, so where's the volume button? Let's get that. That's good. You kind of need to get it up. No, let's go. Go for it? It's fine, there's no play or anything. All right.
Day for that. Time to go.
We were still about 4.5 hours away from the finish line, so once the truck left, we made the trip to La Paz. It was the last stretch for us, and I was getting pretty anxious to get there. Once we arrived, people were out partying and enjoying the nightlife. I really got the sense that this town was a beach tourist town, and I couldn't wait to see it during the day. We checked into our hotel and relaxed for a bit until we headed to the finish line to wait for the truck.
You got hit by a buggy, brilliant. Did you get a good shot?
No,
we were driving around the bend and he came through and left the tail.
Oh, right,
we were going backwards.
I thought it was like buggy to flesh kind of thing.
Which is, of course, is not actually near the beach. Oh. I can't read it, apparently.
It's in Celsius.
The lowest number.
Our truck showed up around 2 a.m. We found out the truck won the full stock class, and it was a cause for a celebration. But for us, it was a relief that it was over, and Camden could finally sleep.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like the Philippines, you would fit so well in the Philippines.
The next day was just a day for us to relax and enjoy the sights in La Paz. It was a gorgeous town with palm trees, waterfront restaurants, and the touristy vibe. It was a great way for us to end the trip. We were planning on shooting the trophy ceremony that was going to be held in the early evening, so after lunch we waited around for a few hours. We walked around town, checking out stores, and hung out near the beach. We even got to watch the sunset from the pier. But as the trophy presentation approached, I think we just reached our limit on waiting and shooting, so we ended up just skipping it. We packed up and made a really long drive back up to the border. Our spirits were high though. I think we were just excited to be heading home. We stopped several times to take some photos because the view was just too good to pass up. We didn't get to see all of this coming down because it was dark. We stopped at a cove that caught our attention. It was situated in the Baja de Concepcion. There was a small restaurant there where we ate some fresh fish for lunch. Good food along with the calm waters and the bright sand made it a nice, serene place to have lunch. We got back on the road for about an hour and a half and made one last stop at Las Tres Virgenes. It was a stretch of 3 inactive volcanoes that overlooked a vast landscape. One last beautiful panoramic before heading back. And that was it. 11 hours later, I woke up at the border crossing. I don't know if I would call this year more successful than last year. If anything, it was more experience for us. Coming into this year more relaxed, we had a bit more fun with it. We had a better understanding of what to expect. We stayed in nice hotels, ate some delicious food, and had the opportunity to see more of this beautiful country. I never take any of this for granted, and it just makes me want to come back and see more. Camden was a trooper for driving the entire time, and I think he even went on a road trip to Yosemite right after. He's crazy. After crossing the border, we spent the night at a cheap hotel in San Diego. And of course, our first meal in the US was Taco Bell.